Come and let's get started to do some chair yoga. My cat's joining us today, so hopefully she won't knock over the tripod like she almost did last week. Got a few more minutes yet. So, but get settled, have your props handy, and if you always use them, whether it be, as I said, a belt, or you have a real belt, or you have a bathrobe belt, a tie, whatever, TheraBand, whatever works, and a book if you need that too. While we're waiting, let's just move around a little bit. Just kind of feel how it feels. What needs to be moved today. We'll wait for everybody else. We've got a few more seconds. Hope everybody had a good weekend, and if you haven't yet, please go out and enjoy this gorgeous weather. It is amazing outside today. Maybe someday I'll do one outside. You can haul a chair outside and we can work outside and do that for a change. So I think it's time to get started. It is now 1 o'clock. So welcome everybody. Let's move around. I told everybody just a few minutes ago to do something of moving and just feel good. Maybe stretch back and forth. Make sure that you can ground your sit bones on your chair, which might move the flesh away. You want to feel that connection with your seat or earth, as I explained last week. That's a good way to look at it. If you need anything behind your back, a throw pillow, or if you just want to sit up, that's fine. Press your feet into earth. Feel that connection. Wiggle your toes. Maybe move back and forth. Lift your heels. Plant your toes, just feel that wonderful connection. And as you're ready, begin with taking your knees over your ankles, your shoulders over your hips. Sit tall for me, but as you sit tall, are tall for yourself, not just for me. As you sit tall, don't sit like a tin soldier. Take some nice deep breaths. You can add your mudras, which is turning them up to receive energy, your palms, or turning them down to hold that energy in. You can match fingers, thumb and index finger together, which is a mudra of calm abiding. I always start out with that, and you can do whatever is comfortable. Take a nice deep breath. Observe your breath. Where are you today with your breath? Maybe you've been gardening. Maybe you've rushed to get into the TV or the email, wherever you are, your computer, and just let your mind quieten. Let go of any external thoughts. Maybe if you have a window open, you can hear the birds tweeting. Maybe you have music on. And then turn your hands up for that energy or turn them down. Spread your fingers. And just come into your centering, your special place. Let your body relax. And just concentrate on that wonderful breath. As you breathe it in through your body, filling every deep part of your body, all the way down to your feet. Just visualizing you're taking that air, all points of your body. And then when you exhale, draw your navel back to your spine. Go within. And just breathe. No rush, no hurry, just relax. Maybe you've introduced your own favorite breath. Maybe you're doing a basic 3-part breath, breathing into the belly to your chest, and then all the way up where your clavicles will rise, and then drawing your navel back to your spine. Or maybe you're using your breath where you breathe in for 4, you hold for 4, you exhale for 4, and then R2, whatever's comfortable for you. And just let that one inhale transition into that exhale, maybe making that exhale a little longer. And now, open your eyes, walk forward. Whenever you take that last special breath, come forward on your chair. Hopefully you can see my feet. I can't see because there's comments on the bottom. And same postural alignment, knees over ankles, shoulders over your hips. And when you're ready, let's try one more breath. It's getting warm outside, so let's work on a Sistali breath, which is a cooling breath or a calming breath, which might be good to use to calm for other things. So inhale through your mouth as if you're sucking on a straw, or if you could curl your lips, that's all good too. And then when you're ready, drop your chin toward earth and blow it out through your mouth through pursed lips. And let's do 10 of these, your own special way. Hear your breath. Cool your breath. Keep going. Take your time. It's not a contest with breath. Least we forget, yoga is about breath, mind-body connection, as well as it is about movement. Anything else. Just concentrate on your breath. And everybody will finish different. So I'll give everybody time. And then when you finish that last breath, take your hands into prayer. And we'll wait till everybody else. Now, let's get ready to move. So gentle warm up. Take your fingertips up to sky. Come up to your range of motion, which you're the most comfortable with. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Press your feet into earth. Grow your spine. And then bring those hands all the way back down again. As you bring those hands down, turn your hands, open your hands as if you were reading a book. Match the back of your hands together. Turn those hands towards you and then down toward earth. Bring them all the way around. Extend them to the front. Take your palms together. Bring them all the way back up again. Release your hands to heart center. Turn your palms around. Turn your fingertips down toward earth. And then come all the way down. Come all the way back, and as you come up, take your hands in front, bring them back one more time. So take those hands up, bring them down, open your hands like a book, rotate your fingers toward earth, elbows will come out to the side, hinge forward, nice long extended spine. As you roll those hands back up again, take them up one last time, and then bring them down to heart center. Press into your palms. Now, press into your foot. We're going to twist over to the right, but first rock that left hip back so you can twist over, gaze over your shoulder. Breathe. You can raise your hands up as high as you want, whatever your shoulders will allow. Just don't take them above your shoulders. Now come back to center, square your hips, Scoot that right hip back, make a little turn. And of course, if you know you have back injuries, you know what you can do and what you can't do. Now come back to center. As you come back to center, pause for a moment. Now take those hands, just take them over to the right and make a little scoop, like you're just scooping. Maybe you can take them a little bit behind you. Breathe. Breathe. Feel that stretch. Feel that warmth. Now come back to center. Bring them down. Rock that left hip back. Take your twist again. Come back to center. Opposite side. Square your hips and release right hip back. Come back to center. And now take your hands down for a moment. Pause for a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Take your hands now out to the side. Take them all the way up again. Back into prayer. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Press into your right foot. You can take your elbows out to this side if you have shoulder issues. Now bow over to the left. Maybe look at the crook of your elbow. Try not to drop that right elbow in. Now come all the way back up again. Let's take that little lateral bend to the other side. As you come over, stretch over. Breathe. Press into your feet. Don't let that left hip rock up. Now come back over. Let's do one more on each side. So this time you can drop over to that left side. Maybe release that right hand, that left hand toward fingertips toward floor. Maybe extend that right foot out. Maybe grow your arm to sky. Breathe. Now bring everything back in as you rise up with an inhale. Roll your shoulders. Let's go to the other side. So same thing, hands come into prayer, bring them up to your range of motion, press into your feet. Now bow to the right, open your shoulders. Particularly try not to dip forward. You want this stretch to come on that side. Breathe, release your shoulders away from your ears. If you haven't already, you can drop that left hand down, right hand down, extend that arm all the way up again. Breathe. You can even extend that left foot out. Really reach out, toes facing up. Breathe. Now come all the way back up. Bring everything back in. Take your hands down in front of your knees. Let's do our cat and cow, which is always traditional after this. You want to kind of move your spine in a different direction. So bow, drop your elbows toward your thighs, come forward for cow. Nice long extended spine. Curl your belly, feel it undulate as you move back and forth. Concentrate on thinking of those muscles moving back and forth. Opening and closing vertebrae. Breathe. And keep going. And do one more. And on this time, extend your hands out to the side. Palms facing to the sky. Neck is in line with your spine. And come into airplane. And maybe take that left hand down, that right hand gaze over to the right. Like you're flying around, looking at things, moving around. Now to the left. Use your core to support you. And one more time each side. And then take your hands, come all the way up. If you feel a little dizzy, drop your chin to your chest. Always take care of yourself. Now let's work on our shoulders a little bit. So take that right hand out to the front, and then like you're pushing air down, take it behind you and go to your range of motion. If that's too much, just do a little, like a little cactus arm. Whatever feels good to you. Doing the right first. And then pause, and now go the backwards. Take it to the back, elbow bends, press down. And then bring that arm back, and let's do the other arm. So take that arm up to sky, rotate it around like you're pressing something down. You can extend forward, whatever feels good to you. Got 2 more. And then pause, and let's go backwards. So now, this time you can drop that elbow out, whatever is comfortable. You be mindful. If you've had shoulder issues, be really careful. Arthritis has found my shoulders this year, so I have to be really careful of this. And just breathe. And then pause. Now, let's do both arms. Take them out wide. Bring them forward. And we'll just do 4 of these. So that's the second. That's the third. That's the fourth. Reverse it. And then come to stillness. Now take this left foot, draw it out. Take your hands, take them above your knee, lean forward, come into your hamstring stretch. Breathe. Now take your hands, take them into prayer, bring them up to your chest, and then take those fingertips toward me, bring them forward. As you come forward, open your palms. Take them all the way out to the side. Bring your arms around, sit up tall, and come into cactus arms. And move your arms in and up. And then bring your palms down through heart center. Turn your fingers out, lean forward, little baby hamstring stretch. Open your hands, fingers are active, shoulders are away from your ears. Draw those elbows back, come back into your goddess arms. Take those arms forward and back. And maybe pause at the back, really open your heart. Now, as you bring those hands down, pause for a moment and point and flex your foot. Just give a little work here. And then rotate those toes outward. Maybe concentrate on that hip. Go the other way. Take your hand, bring that leg back in or draw it in. Now extend that right foot out. And you know, you could be using your belt or your strap as you lean forward if you want a little bit more help with keeping your shoulders back. But by doing that, it keeps you from rounding your shoulders forward. Stretch forward, feel that stretch in your hamstring. Take a nice deep breath. And now take your hands into prayer. Bring them up to your chest. Pause for a moment. Release those fingertips out toward me. Open your hands, palms facing the floor. Bring your arms back. Rise up into your goddess or your cactus arms. Take your hands back and forth. Breathe. then bring those hands back down again one more time. Slide them out to the front. Open your palms. Bring those elbows back. Shoulders no higher than, elbows no higher than your shoulders. And then in and out. And then bring your hands all the way back down again. Point and flex your foot. And then make those circles. And you can do as many or as little as you want. You can add as much as you want to that hip. Because if you are rotating, you'll feel your hip move in its socket. Just a gentle exercise. And then go the other way. And then bring everything back in. As you bring everything back in, let's take our hands behind our back. Let's work on a little core work. So we're going to do our yogi bicycles. So when you're ready, left elbow comes toward right knee. And you can come to the other side. See if you can sit tall. You don't have to hunch over. It's not a contest of who can take elbow to knee. And you can add extended leg anytime that your body feels like you're ready. Breathe. Just breathe. Use your core. And on this last one, let's make this our last. So right, left, come to stillness, roll your shoulders, move side to side, just feel that. Now, if you have a book or a throw pillow, or if you have a block, you can place it between your legs. We're going to do chair pose. But you know that the blocks, the use of that is when you press into it, you feel it keeps your thighs honest, because sometimes when you do chair pose, your knees will flare out. So this keeps you honest. You don't need one. You just have to think about where those knees are. Now press into your feet. You know, if you don't want to go to standing, you can press into your feet, take your arms in front, take your thumbs up, and gaze up to the sky. But if you want to, and we're ready to stand, press your feet into earth. Come all the way up. As you come up, hands come anywhere you're comfortable. You want to see your toes. Your knees are tracking towards your second toe. You want to take your arms as high as you want, or out in front. Draw your shoulders back. Think of yourself as being a chair. Nice straight back. Draw your navel back to your spine. Maybe your hips will rise up a little bit in the back. Breathe. This is a strong pose. Press into your feet. Make sure you can lift your toes. In fact, lift your toes, spread your toes, press back down again. Just breathe. Now take your hands down. Take them a little bit behind you. Come into your skier. If you want to, you can even rise up if you're ready to stand. As you're standing, just pause there for a moment, reset your body, and let's go into another chair pose. So as you're ready, come down in your chair, set yourself up into your chair, wherever you want your arms to be. Knees tracking toward that second toe, shoulders released away from your ears. You can gaze up to your fingers. That's your drishti. Breathe. You can take your palms together, bring them down through heart center. Take that left elbow towards your block or towards your right knee. Relax your shoulders. Gaze over and look over to the right in your chair pose twist. Come back to center. Take those fingertips up for a moment and just release and rest. Take a nice deep breath. hands, bring them all the way back. When you're ready, you can take them up. You can sit down in your chair. You can share your palms toward each other. You can turn them toward earth. Thumbs can face up. Press in. Feel that strength. Grow your spine. Nice flat back. Breathe into your chair. Breathe. Now come all the way back. Press into your feet. Release your hands. As you release your hands, walk your feet out to the side a little bit, just a little bit more, and let's do a little body swirls. You can take your shoulders, a swirl over to the left. Maybe make a figure 8 with your hips. Raise a shoulder. Now come to stillness and go the other way. Just feel it. You can even take your hands and sway them back and forth. Maybe open and close. This is what we used to do as kids. Empty coat sleeves. Just hit yourself gently on your body to stimulate your organs. And then come to stillness. Take your chair. Bring your chair to where the back of your chair is facing me. And I'm going to turn to the side. Now again, if you need blocks to put your hands on, we're going to warm up with a sun salutation. Such a beautiful day to have a sun salutation, don't you think? So when you're ready, take your hands into prayer. Let's do a half one first. Ground your feet into earth. You're into Tadasana. Shoulders over hips, knees over ankles. Bring those hands up. And then fold forward in your swan dive. Nice straight back. Connect with something. Chair, seat, blocks, or the floor. Come up halfway. Nice strong back for monkey. Fold forward again. Take those arms all the way back up. And bring your hands to prayer. Now let's do it one more time. Inhale up. Float all the way down. Come up halfway. Come down. Take those arms out to the side. Come all the way up. Bring your hands to prayer. Now we're going to add on to it. And of course we're going to do a full one. So when you're ready, inhale up. Fold all the way down. Come up halfway. Come down. You can take your hands to your chair. That left foot moves forward. Right foot moves back. You're up on your heels. Relax your shoulders. You can even take your whole body up to sky. Shoulders over hips if you want to release your hands. If your balance is okay. Pause for a moment. Hang on to your chair. Then release that left foot to the back. Come into our plank. Your heels are lifted. You're gazing straight ahead. Now, drop your belly down slightly. Take your chest through your shoulders. Grow your spine for cobra. Push back into your down dog. Take a nice deep breath in dog. Step that right foot forward. Come back into a lunge. Knee over ankle. Pause. Then rock that front back foot, that left foot forward. Come up halfway into your monkey. Fold down into a forward fold. Reverse your swan. Come all the way up and come to prayer. Second side. Inhale up. Float all the way down. Come up halfway. Come down. Hands come to chair. Right foot comes forward. Left foot comes back. Breathe. Shoulders are over your hips. Release that right foot. Take it back. Come back into your plank. Drop your belly down. Grow your spine. Take your chest through your arms. Gaze straight ahead for cobra. Push back into your down dog. Left foot comes forward. Comes back into that lunge pose. Breathe. And then rock that. You're up to taking your feet parallel. Pause for a moment. Come up halfway to monkey. Fold forward, arms shoot out to the side, come all the way up, and bring your hands to prayer. And just pause for a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale up. Let's do it again. Fold all the way down. Come up halfway. Come down. Hands come to chair. Left comes forward. Right comes back. Come into your lunge. When you're ready, extend that left foot back. Come into your plank. Drop your shoulders through. Come into cobra. Push back to down dog. Right foot comes forward. Come back into your lunge. When you're ready, drop that right knee forward. Come up where your parallel feet. Come up into monkey. Fold all the way down. Arms shoot out to the side. Come all the way up. Last time. Inhale up. Float down. Come up halfway. Take your hands to your chair. This time that right knee is forward. You're into your lunge. Pause. Take that right leg back. Come into your plank. You can come forward into your cobra. When you're ready, look straight ahead. And then push back into down dog. Push all the way into dog. Left foot comes forward. Right foot comes back. Come into your lunge. And then rock that left knee forward. Bring that right foot up. Come up halfway for your monkey. Fold forward. Arms come out to the side. Come all the way up. Come to prayer. And then just stand there in Tadasana. Just root your feet down into earth. Feel the strength of your body. Breathe. Take some nice deep mindful breaths. Now take your hands wide. Take them out to the front. Bring them back to your heart. Take them all the way up to sky. As you take them up to sky, take your right wrist, take your left hand, as if you're drawing that right arm out of your socket, and just take a little baby lean to the left. Now come up, switch sides. Take another stretch to the opposite side. Release your shoulders away from your ears. You can gaze down to earth, if that feels good to you. Then come all the way up. Release your hands down. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and let it go with a sigh. Do 3 more. And then release your hands to your chair. So take your feet, come into your table pose. Now we're into table. Shoulders are over your wrists, knees are over your ankles. Pause for a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Take that left foot, take it back, and come up into our pointer. Some people also call this Warrior 3, especially if you extend that right arm up. This could be Warrior 3. And just pause for a moment. This is balance. You could test the waters. Maybe come up on your fingertips on that left hand. Whatever works for you. Now release that foot down. As you release it down, pause for a moment. Let's do one more thing, but we're going to add on to it. So as you're ready, this is a little different. We've done it before. So take that left foot out. It could be closer to the floor, whatever. Square your hips. That foot is active. Take your elbows out to the side. Take your forehead to your chair. And then rise up. Take that left elbow and knee together. Open out again. Fold forward again. Come up. Knee to elbow. Again. Match your breath. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Let it go. And this is the last time. Bring that leg down. Do a little hip work. 3. Now let's go to the other side. So take that leg out, pause for a moment. If you want to do that extended pointer or warrior three, could be either one. You can tent your fingers coming up, maybe not quite so much pressure on the seat of your chair. Breathe. Whatever feels good to you. And use your breath as an indicator. Your breath, the more it becomes ragged and shallow, that means you need to back off. Now drop that foot down. Let's do that little resting. Maybe if you need to take a break with your hands, be my guest. You might be in having lemonade at your kitchen counter for all I know. Now come back and let's do that little movement where we extend. Now extend that right arm out. Our elbows drop out to the side. Our forehead comes to our chair. You push your hands in. Take that right knee to that right elbow. Stretch out again. You're exhaling down, inhaling up. And just breathe. Yeah, one more to do. This is also core work. And then release. Release your hands, fold forward. Just let your spine relax. You can grab opposite elbows. They release. Now we're going to do a side twist. So you have variation. You can take that left forearm on your chair and then twist to the right. You can take a block. If you have a block on different levels, you can use the high. You always want to bend that right knee. You can take your twist. Arm comes to sky. And if you're comfortable with it, maybe fingertips can come to the floor. Whatever works for you. 3 variations. Your hand can be hip across your back to bind or to sky. Now come all the way back up, pause for a moment, go the other way. And you can mix and match them. Say the left side's just not all that great. So you can take that forearm to your chair, bend that knee, take that left hand to your hip, and gaze over to the other side. You can bind it. You can take it to sky. Again, honor your body. Now come all the way back up again. Take your feet, walk your feet back, and come into a wide leg down dog. Press into your wide leg down dog. Maybe rock from side to side, bending. Just bend side to side. And then pause in stillness. Stretch out in your dog. Stretch your shoulders. Breathe. Now take your feet back together again. As you take your feet back together, take your forearms on your chair, clasp your fingers, walk your feet back out. You're in what you call a forearm plank now. Your belly's not dropped. Now pause for a moment. Now drop that left hip down. Look over to the right. Come back to center. Go the opposite way. Little slight twist of your torso. If that's too much, you don't have to do it. And one more time. And then walk your feet forward a little bit. Pause for a moment. Rock back. Take your tush back to the back wall. And then come forward. Raise your heels. Move back and forth with your breath. And just breathe. Make sure your core is nice and tight. And if you want a little bit more, you can walk back a little further. Coming in, come across, press back. And then walk your feet in. Release your hands. Drop your arms out to the side. Make little baby circles with your fingertips. Don't lock your knees. Take it the other way. Point and flex your wrists. Keep your back nice and flat. Rotate your ankles. Out your wrists. Go the other way. Take your hands out to the side. Fingertips pointed out to the side. As you come up, tighten your navel back to your spine. Come up one vertebrae at a time. Bring your hands down. And turn your chair around. And as you turn your chair around, you can have your blocks or your books handy. Oops, I got to do a little minor adjustment with mine there. So I'm going to move my chair back just a little bit. Don't want to hit my wall. So come behind your chair now and take your feet wide. Knees over ankles. Toes are pointed out to the side. Shoulders come over your hips. You can let your hands rest gently on the back of your chair. Pause for a moment. Now come down a little further. You can take your hands up into prayer. This is called horse. It's a variation. It's another pose that we do with our knees out to the side like we do in our goddess. Now, straighten your legs. Take those legs hands wide. Come into your five-pointed star. Look up at the wonderful sky as if there was this beautiful blue sky above you. Come all the way back down again. Come back down. Come into this. Maybe open up lift that right foot, that left foot, left, right. Move your hands back and forth. As you do this, challenges your balance. If you need to hang on to your chair, open your palm. Whatever is comfortable for you. Then stop in stillness. Straighten your arms one more time. Bring those hands back down again. Take your hands to your chair. Bring your feet all the way back. As you bring your feet all the way back, step over to the left side of your chair. Right side. I forget that I'm mirroring sometimes. I have trouble with my left and right after I teach. So as you come, now take this, and I love to do this. Take this right foot over the left. This is balance. This is a sciatica stretch or lean to the side. You can take your hand to your shoulder. You can have this left hand to your hip and just bow over. If you're okay with it, you can extend that right arm up to sky. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. You can gaze at the crook of your elbow. Of course, if you need support, you can hang on to it. Hang on to your chair. Press, stretch. You're going to come all the way down again. Bring everything down. Uncross your feet. As you uncross your feet, let's find our dancer or our sunbird. So take this right foot back, slight bend in your knee, extend that leg back. Your toes can be on the floor if they need to be. Bicep is by your ear. Breathe. Now this is sunbird, and sunbird can transition for a little bit more. If you bring that right foot forward, grab your foot, and then come back, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Nice long extended spine, look straight ahead. This is called dancer. Or you could stay in sunbird. And maybe, just maybe, you can release that that left hand up to sky and look up. But I fell over. Don't try it if you don't want to. Breathe. Now come all the way back up. As you come up, drop that foot down. Take some pressure off that left leg, because you don't want that leg, that hip to get tired. Let's go into a simple tree. So when you're ready, if you have a book, you know that you can have a pretty thick book. You could set it on the inside of that left foot. Take your right toes. You can rest your heel and your knee is out to the side. You can even put your heel on your ankle. This might be all you need. You can even, and then of course you could traditionally take your sole of your foot to your calf, take it all the way up, whatever is comfortable for your body. Hands can come to heart, either one or both. You can take your fingertips up to sky when you're ready. If you want to separate your hands, just breathe. Wobbling's okay. Wobbling means your ankle is connecting with your brain for balance. If you don't feel comfortable taking them up, that's okay. Release your shoulders away from your ears. Think of yourself as a tree. Breathe. And be whatever you want. And then bring your hands all the way back down again. And let's go to the other side. Do a traditional sciatica stretch. You can take your block or your book with you if you would like to have your toes on the block. Then when you're ready, take this left foot over, cross over. You can take that hand to your hip. You can take that arm up to the sky. You can hinge over. Maybe balance is worse on one side or the other. Pick your choice. Roll that shoulder back. Grow your spine. Feel those fingertips reach for the sky. Breathe. Now take your hand, bring it all the way back down again. Uncross your foot. Let's go to sunbird on this side. So when you're ready for sunbird, take this left foot back, toes pointed toward earth, slight bend in that standing right leg. You can hang on to your chair. You can take that left arm up, bicep by ear. Of course, you can have your toes resting on the floor. You don't have to. Make sure your shoulders are back away from your ears and your back is in a straight line. If you want to do the dancer where you bring that knee forward, grab that back foot. It's a nice little glute stretch. Come back again. Keep your hand on your chair. Now maybe this side is not as good as it was. It isn't for me, so I'm going to keep my hand on my chair. Now some people can release that right hand, extend it forward, fingertips toward the sky. Nice long extended spine. Breathe. Breathe. If you have any pain any place, come out of it. Now come forward with that knee. As you release it, pause for a moment. You might want to do a little skier, whatever feels good to you. Now, again, let's go to your tree. You do your favorite tree. Your heel is on your ankle, could be on fingertips, or toes can be on your block. Shoulders are over your hips. Always stand tall in tree. You're a majestic tree. Keep that in mind. And just breathe. If you're okay to take both hands to heart, you can, or you can just put one hand across your heart. Pause for a moment. You can grow your branches. Just think your branches, just think you're just now releasing your leaves. They're little bitty. They just come forth. They're stretching toward the sky. Breathe. And you can mix and match your legs on any side. If you're more comfortable with one, you can. Make sure your shoulders released. Root down in that standing leg. Now take your hands into prayer. Bring them all the way up down. Hold on to your chair to remove your props. One more little leg move. And then when you're ready, come back to your chair and sit down in your chair. Come forward a little bit so we're on the edge of our chair. Sit back. So when you're forward, bring that right leg up. Just give it a nice little swirl. And then pause. Give that other leg. Come back down again. Now take your feet wide, not wide, just open your feet like your feet are a book and you're opening it up. You're matching the soles of your feet. Now lean forward, pressing into your thighs. Breathe. If you want to take your hands, take them underneath your calves. You can come into what we call turtle. Breathe, stretching your shoulders out. Now you can come all the way back up. As you come up, you can lean back in your chair. Maybe bring that right leg into your chest. Maybe take your right hand on the outside of your foot and maybe just extend your sole of your foot forward for our happy baby. You can lean back. We'll do half a happy baby today. Just breathe. And this is helpful too. If you have your strap and you want to do the happy baby, you can always come back like this and use your pressure as to where you want your happy baby to be. You can lean back. Now drop that leg down. Lean back on the other side. Belt or not. Come into your happy baby. Scoot forward on your chair. If you want to lean back a little farther, you can rest. You can take your sole of your foot to the sky. Now as you come up, rock back up, release that. Take a nice shoulder roll. Drop your chin to your chest. Let your head swing like a pendulum from side to side. And then bring your head up. Take that left hand to the top of your head and just lean over, stretching out that right side of your neck. Release your shoulders away from your ears. Release that hand. Let's go the other way. Shoulders release. Just breathe into that stretch on the side of your neck. We have so much tension and stress now in the world, so just let it go. Now as you come up, take both hands to your head. Give your head a nice little gentle rub. Your thumbs can be massaging the back of your head, where your baseball cap meets that ridge, just your temples. cat. Release. Tapping's a wonderful way. There's a gentleman called Nick Ortner that he's on the Facebook, the internet, and he has some wonderful tapping things. And then as you're ready, take your fingers down the side, match your index and your middle finger together, and just smooth the skin out on your face. Smooth it out towards your temples. And then take it all the way down your ears, your jaw, little TMJ. We carry a lot of pressure in our jaws. Behind. Slide your hands down. Turn your palms up. Get ready for Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath. Release any thought. You breathe normally. And as you breathe in that light, wonderful sunlit air. And exhale anything that doesn't serve you. Any worries, anything. Breathe in that lightness and energy. Exhale negativity, and stress. And just relax. No movement. Just breathe into your Shavasana. And now, start waking yourself up gently. Maybe take those shoulders up to your ears like we did during practice and let it go with a sigh if that feels good to you. Wiggle fingers and toes, whatever will you like to do to bring yourself back to this present time. And take a moment for yourself. Take your hands wide, take them to the front. Bring them into your heart center. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. When you're in that place and I'm in that place, we are one. Namaste. And thanks for joining me. And go out and enjoy the beautiful day. And I'm going to come over and disconnect everything and finish.